Well, just when Mets fans thought this young class of pitchers was going to all kind of make an impact in the big leagues together, one of them is dealt, and that's Brandon Sproat, who went to the Brewers along with Jet Williams in the very high-profile Freddie Peralta acquisition by the Mets. Brandon excited for his new home and joins us on the stove on this Tuesday. Brandon, good morning, man. I want to know, before we get into this, what your impressions have been of Milwaukee, Wisconsin as an outsider, because you're a guy that you're from Florida, only one big league organization you've ever known. What were your impressions of Milwaukee before you became a Brewer?
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me. After watching the Brewers for the past couple of years, I mean, they just have, pretty good talent, and they go to work every single day. And then Milwaukee, I've heard it's super cold. So definitely got to prepare for that. But no, I'm super excited to be able to go there and just learn from everybody.
What did Pat Murphy have to say to you when he reached out?
He called me. He was like, "Hey, man," he's like, "Congratulations. We're super excited to have you." He's like, "When you get here," he's like, "don't try to be anything, that you're not. Don't try to do more. There's a reason you're here, and we just want you to come here and just be yourself."
So tell us about Jet Williams. Did you guys play together at all? Do you know Jet?
Yeah, me and Jet, we've created a good relationship. Played with him a little bit last year. He's a great dude, great player. I think we're actually gonna be rooming together in spring training. I don't really know anybody with the Brewers, but thankfully, I'm lucky to be able to go over to the Brewers with someone like him.
So break down his skill set. Tell the people at Milwaukee what they got in Jet Williams.
A grinder. That guy goes to work every single day, through the good, through the bad. He's the same person every single day.
I want to ask you about they call it a cup of coffee. It was more than that, because the 4 appearances you made in September, getting to the big leagues for the first time in 2025, were right in the heart of a pennant race. Tell us about the learning experience and what you took away from that month in a big league uniform.
Yeah, I mean, those 4 starts, obviously, it was during the race of it. But, I mean, I think the struggles that I went through early on in the year prepared me for those starts. Just to go in there, and my main goal was just try to come out on top for the team, just do everything I could for them. And I know those guys had my back behind me. Unfortunately we fell short. But I mean, there's always things to learn from. So
when you make a major league debut in the middle of a pennant race, as you just talked about, and you take a no-hitter into the 6th inning, I would imagine there's just all kinds of things going on in your coconut there. You've got the no-hit bid alive. That's not the big picture because you got to pitch to a win. Tell us about that big league debut.
Yeah, that was a special day. One, I was super blessed. I thank God for giving me the opportunity to go out there and, fulfill my dream. Super blessed for my family to make it out there as well. But I honestly had no idea that I had a no-hitter going into the 6th inning until I gave up the bloop hit in the 6th, and then looked up at the scoreboard and saw that was their first one. Then they strung a couple hits together, and ended up scoring 3 in the 6th. But I gave it all I had out there. I myself was pleased with it.
So Brandon, it looks like you got a new look. I didn't recognize you when you first came on. Is it the mustache that threw me? Because you didn't have that before.
No, so I actually grew the mustache last spring training. And, a lot of people, my teammates and coaches, they loved it. And then, obviously I had some ups and downs throughout the year. I was like, all right, I got to try to change something up. So I shaved it. And I brought it back during the offseason this year just to have fun with it. So I'm debating if I want to keep it or not. I think I might let the Brewers and the Brewers fans kind of decide that one.
Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. Speaking of Brewer fans, Matt was a broadcaster for the Brewers forever. So listen up. I'm going to give him 30 seconds to a minute to tell you about Milwaukee. So, Matt, go ahead. Tell him about Milwaukee.
Thanks for that opportunity. Sleeper town. Great town. Your scouting report is correct. It's cold. Like, all 6 weeks of summer are beautiful there. The lakefront is great. Downtown is great. The Third Ward has blossomed into a really nice little place. That's probably where you're going to want to look around for a place to live. The ballpark is excellent. I mean, I was there in the days when there was no roof there, and in that climate with no roof, it was rough. But I think you're going to love it there, man. I think it's a great place, especially for somebody beginning his major league career. But at any stage of a major league career, they're always going to be competitive. Murph lets the guys run and do what they want. You're in a great spot, man. Thanks for that.
Yeah, no, he needed to hear that. So I'm so excited for you to have this opportunity. I think being dropped into the middle of a pennant race and all that pressure playing in New York, you'll never be the same. That is such a great experience that you don't even realize it. When you get to spring training, you think you're competing, it's not going to be anything like what you already went through. So it's going to be really cool to watch you develop. All right, last thing. Matt keeps telling me you're a Florida Gator. So go ahead, Matt.
Well, it's been a pretty big week for Gators, and here's Brandon plying his craft at the collegiate level. Good stuff in Gainesville. Fond memories there, I'm sure. And you played with some dudes that are also big leaguers as we take a look at some success here. Who else played in the big leagues off these rosters?
Oh, man. Hurston Waldrop, Jack Caglione, Wyatt Langford. Goodness.
How about that squad? Wyatt Langford and Jack Caglione in the same
those,
lineup,
those,
and this
those
dude
are some
on
good dudes right there.
Holy cow!
Hey, what did Pete Alonso have to say to you? He's a Gator too, right?
He is. Yeah, me and Pete, we talked about Florida quite a bit. He actually called me the night I got traded, and he's like, man, he's like, I just want to congratulate you. He's like, this is awesome. He's like, you're gonna love it over there. The Brewers are awesome.
Can you believe, like, if we started the offseason talking about Brandon Sproat, who we thought was going to be right in the middle of that Mets rotation, and Pete Alonso, who we were sure was going to be re-signed. Here we are in almost February, and they're both with different teams.
How about that?
It's just such a weird business right now.
Hey, last thing, Brandon, you were so good at telling me about Jet Williams, telling us about him. I want you to tell us about Jack Caglione and why I think he's going to be a masher. Tell me about Cag.
I mean, there's really nothing to not love about him. That dude, I mean, he smashes baseballs. Everyone knows that. And then he's just a massive human being. But outside of all of that, he's a great person. Will do anything for anybody. Give his shirt off his back. He's awesome.
Staff mates.
Yeah, they were in the same rotation. Do you think he should be trying two-way or what? What do you think?
I mean, why not? Give him a shot.
Why not? We love that idea. Hey, Brandon, thanks for joining us, man. Nice to visit with you. We wish you nothing but the best in Milwaukee.
Keep the stash, man. Looks good.
Harold says keep the stash.
I'll keep it just for you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy.